Welcome! Humboldt Area Foundation is proud to share our new online grants website for the Field of Interest Grant Round. In this video, we will walk you through the basics of creating and submitting applications. If you have additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. To access our new online grant portal, you can go to our main website, hafoundation.org, and use the sidebar menu to find the grants available page. Once you're on that page, simply scroll down until you find Field of Interest. And then click Learn More and Apply. This will take you to our new website. I'd like to point out a couple of things. On the top left-hand corner, we have a Contact Us button. This has the basic contact information for myself, Elena Keltz, Grants and Scholarships Coordinator, as well as Craig Woods, the Grants and Scholarships Manager here. We are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. The other thing I would like to point out is the complete list of all funds available. That page looks like this, and it's simply a full listing of all the funds we have available through this grant round, and they're broken down into their respective categories. So animal grants, art grants, including the Victor Thomas Jacoby Award, education grants, environment grants, senior support grants, and Southern Humboldt grants. All right, so if you have applied for our Field of Interest grants in the past on our old site through Fluid Review, you do not need to register with a new account. You can simply click the login button and it will take you to this simple login page, and you can use your email address and password from your Fluid Review account to log in. If you remember which email you used but have forgotten your password, feel free to use the Forgot Your Password feature. Once you've logged in, you will get a confirmation email, and you'll need to click that link before you can submit any applications, just confirming that you want your account moved from Fluid Review to SurveyMonkey Apply. If you did not have an account on our Fluid Review site, please click the Register button, and it will open up a page that looks like this. You can register as an individual or as an organization. If you're interested in registering as an organization, we recommend that you read materials provided by SurveyMonkey Applied about managing your organizational profile. You can find this by going to the home page and clicking the information button on the top right corner, selecting Need Help with Using SurveyMonkey Apply, and then reading the Managing Your Organization FAQ page. If you have additional questions, please feel free to contact us. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and register just as a test organization. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my first and last name, email address, create a password, and I've selected register as an organization. On the next page, it will ask me for some basic information about my organization. If you are a nonprofit with a GuideStar profile, you can go ahead and add in your EIN number here and click this green checkbox, and it will automatically load your information from your GuideStar profile. If anything needs updating, you can also do that manually before you move on. If you are an organization that does not have an EIN number, such as a government, public school, or church, you can just skip this option and fill all the information out manually. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just use Humboldt Area Foundation's EIN number, and we'll use that GuideStar feature. So as you can see, the basic information has popped up, and I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Wonderful, so I have successfully registered, and I'll hit continue to site. See at the top, I have this notification that my email address has not been verified. Until you verify your email address, you will be able to create applications, but you will not be able to submit them. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to my email and click on this top email here, which is just saying you've set this account up, please confirm. I'm going to click confirm email address. And now my email address is verified. So if we click through, that notification box will go away. Now, you'll see here that it says I have no applications. This simply means that I haven't started any applications yet. So to go ahead and start applying, I'm going to click View Programs. And here are all the programs we have available. I would like to point out that we have some programs that can be applied to by organizations only, some individuals only, and some either organizations or individuals. Now I can see all the programs here, but I am logged in as an organization right now. So if I were to click on the Victor Thomas Jacoby Award, which is available only to individuals, I can read more about the program, but I won't be able to hit apply. If I did want to apply for Victor Thomas Jacoby, I can switch from my organizational profile to my individual profile by clicking this drop-down menu in the top left corner. And I would just select my name, and it would switch me over. I can click View Programs again, click the Victor Thomas Jacoby Award again, and now I have that Apply button. However, for the video, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to Organization, go back to Programs, and we're going to go ahead and apply for an animal grant. Most of our programs are going to ask you to name your application. Sometimes it'll ask you the project name or simply the name of your organization. So I'm going to do Test Humboldt Area Foundation and create my application. All right, so you'll see that I have several tasks here. We ask that you always start with the basic application task. This task asks for some basic information about your organization and your project. So again, if you are a nonprofit with an EIN number, you can use GuideStar to fill out some of this information. If not, you can just ignore that button. So I'm going to go ahead and select that I'm a nonprofit organization with a 501c3 code. We'll just put test as my project name. We'll say my project costs $1,000 and I am requesting $1,000. I'm also going to select these boxes confirming that I do not have any past grant reports due. If you do think you may have past grant reports, please contact us. We'd be happy to send you the grant report paperwork just to make sure everything is taken care of. And then I'm also going to confirm that I'm not applying for any funding to cover expenses that have or will incur before December 20th of this year. Once I'm done with the task, I'm going to go ahead and mark it as complete. This doesn't mean that you won't be able to get back into the task. You do have the option to reopen it. So then it's going to give me a little preview of all the information I filled out. So I have the option to go over it again if I need to. Say something was wrong with it and I needed to reopen that task. I would click these three little dots here and just say edit and it would reopen it. So over on the left-hand side here, you'll see the tasks that I still have left to complete. The next task I'm going to show you is the selection task. Most of our programs have this task, but just with different content. So you'll see here a table of all the different funds available within the animal program. It'll have the title of the fund, the amount available this year, and a short description. You can read all about these, and then at the bottom, you'll be able to click a drop-down menu and select one. In order to apply for multiple funds, you will need to create a new application for each fund. However, any information that you have entered in your first application, you'll have the option to automatically reuse for future applications. So you won't have to retype everything in for every fund. And I'll show you how that works once we finish this application. I'm going to go ahead and select the Andrew and Bertha Pond Fund. And again, mark the task as complete. We're then going to the project narrative, where I'm going to just put test in all of these boxes. And mark as complete. And then I'll have a budget form. And the spacing on this budget form does look a little funky when you're entering the information, but once you've completed the task and submitted it, that formatting changes and is a lot more readable than it looks like in this view. All right, I'm also going to do the agreement to grant terms for organizations. And in the signature box, you just click and hold with your mouse. It does not need to look particularly pretty, just some kind of mark that you have signed it. So now that I've completed all of my tasks, I can click this Review and Submit button. When I click that button, the first thing it's going to do is show me a preview of my entire application. So I can go ahead and just scroll through it and make sure that all of my information is correct. If I have something that I need to go back and change, up here at the top, I can click Back to Application, and then it will let me edit the tasks again. The other really neat feature that this website has is I can choose to download a copy of the application. So if you would like to keep a copy of the application for your records, you would click this download button here before you go ahead and submit your application. So I'm going to go ahead and submit, and then I'll show you how to reuse the information we've already entered for another application. Wonderful, so it's going to say application submitted. I should also see an email saying that I have successfully submitted an application, and there it is. If you don't see those things, please let us know. I'm going to go back to View Programs. We're going to go back into Animal Grants and hit Apply again, and then we'll start a new application for a different fund. And again, we're going to go into the application first. And since this is a task that we've already done, it's going to ask me if I would like to reuse my data. If I'm applying for the same project and just for a different fund, I'm going to go ahead and click Add Data. If I'm applying for a different project for a different fund, you can go ahead and just hit Cancel. If you end up hitting Cancel here, you can still choose to reuse your data by clicking this button. at the top called Reuse Data, and then hit Add Data. As you can see, it's automatically filling in all of the information that I had entered in my last application. And I can just scroll through it, make sure everything is good, and hit Mark as Complete. We'll then go to the animal selection task. And this time I'm going to go ahead and choose the Freeman Fund. And then this is a task that I don't believe we got to see before, but I'll go ahead and show it to you now. It's the Charity Status task. And this is just verifying your 501c3 status. If I had selected in the application that I was a school or a government agency, I would not see this task. And if you have a fiscal sponsor that has a 501c3 status, you would go ahead and put your fiscal sponsor's EIN number in here. All right, so let's go to the project narrative. And as you can see, it's giving me that option to reuse my data again. And the same thing in the budget section. And again, you can go ahead and add data and then say that I needed to tweak the budget slightly for this fund. I could do so before I hit Mark as Complete. And again, it's giving me the option to reuse the data for the agreement to grant terms. And the Freeman Fund, oops, let me mark as complete. The Freeman Fund has an additional task that is unique to that fund. So if I scroll down here, I'll see Upload Freeman Spreadsheet. Now, when I go into this task, it will not give me the option to reuse data because I haven't completed this task anywhere else. Now that I've completed all of the tasks, all of them are marked as complete, I could then go ahead and review and submit and get that little preview. I hope you found this video helpful in your application process. If you have any further questions or would like to give us any feedback, please contact us. Again, our contact information can be found on the website. All field of interest applications are due by 11:59 p.m. on November 1st. We look forward to receiving your applications. Thank you.